This is one from the freestyle spirit. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Reading on page 129. Jesus' view of his Father. A perspective for those seeking truth. Session 7. Finding the truth about Moses and the law. Part 2. February 1st, 2015. And this amounted to what I call the original Torah rather than the imposed one. Starting at the time of Josiah, king of Judah, they had a version of the original Torah that was attributed to Moses. You will remember in Matthew 5, in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus cites the law of virtue in the Beatitudes. You all remember what they are. Here is, drawing from the original Torah, he said, you have heard, he said, but I say unto you, etc., over and over. These kind of things can indicate that Christ's ministry was to the people of the church, not a new Jerusalem and not a new religion, but a restoration of lost former things. A restoration of lost former things. Acts 1 and 1, old Theophilus, the former treaties, all that Christ both began to do and teach. I'm in session 7, page 145, in the third paragraph in the middle of the page where it says, in effect, Jesus was born into a society where his own country had the world's forms of economy, religion, and politics. Even when God had expressed to them that if they would listen to his voice, indeed he would view them as his own peculiar people and a special treasure, different from the corrupt world, different from the misguided and corrupt world. Some last things. And I will quit. I told you therefore. And I want you to say this again. I want you to say this again. I want you to again and again and again and again and again. In Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers combined, there is not one reference. There is not one reference to somebody loving God. There, say what, my brother? Are you listening? Are you truly bad? There is not one reference. There is not one reference to somebody loving God, including all forms of the word love, including all forms of the word love. But in Deuteronomy, I have a long list of instances where Moses is pleading with his people to love God. A long list in Deuteronomy where Moses is pleading with his people to love God, to love God, love God. I will list some of these instances below. I tell you this to illustrate how clearly the feelings of Moses' heart are not expressed in the first 4 books of the imposed Torah. The imposed Torah. The context and style are so vastly different that it is only natural to follow that one would conclude that Moses did not bring the Levitical law. Conclude what? Moses did not bring the Levitical law. Moses did not bring the Levitical law, but did in fact bring a Torah pointing toward Jesus' view of his Father. Moses brought a Torah pointing toward Jesus' view of his Father. him and loving him were the only pathways to forgiveness of sin and eternal life. All references are from Deuteronomy. All praises to the Most High, no lies. Mercy unto you, them that love me. Mercy unto you. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all your heart, your mind, body, strength, and soul. Love your neighbor as yourself. Shabbat. Shabuah. Malachi 3:16, the book of remembrance was written. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Freestyle spirit. Shalom.